You are listening to 40 Weeks with Vanessa Merton, host of the Pregnancy Podcast. Thank you for tuning in to the 40 Weeks podcast. Welcome to week 33. Your little baby was as big as a Napa cabbage last week, and this week they are growing to about the size of a pineapple. Your little one measures 16.7 inches or 42.4 centimeters, and they weigh about 3.8 pounds or 1,700 grams. With that much baby inside your uterus, your amniotic fluid level has maxed out at 33 weeks. It is likely that you have more baby than fluid now. So with less fluid there's less to cushion those kicks and pokes, so you might feel them a little bit more. Some good news for you this week is that your baby has reached a really important milestone. They now have their own immune system. Antibodies are being passed from you to your little one as they continue to develop their fetal immune system. This will help to keep them healthy once they are living outside your womb. Once they are born, you can keep helping them build their super strong immune system by breastfeeding. So I really encourage you to do that. It's one of the best things that you can do for your baby, and it keeps passing antibodies so that they can supercharge their immune system. On the topic of breastfeeding, are you planning to breastfeed and are you prepared for it? There's a whole episode on the Pregnancy Podcast about breastfeeding, and you can listen to that at pregnancypodcast.com/episode 10. There's also a book called The Womanly Art of Breastfeeding that is such an incredible resource. I really highly recommend picking up a copy. You can find links to all of this in the show notes, of course. And even though you're actually not going to breastfeed your baby until they're born, there are definitely some things that you can do to set yourself up for success right now. The first of that is listening to the episode on the Pregnancy Podcast, grabbing a book, and really educating yourself. Tip for dad, get on board with breastfeeding. There are countless reasons why it is awesome for both mom and baby. Ask your partner how you can be supportive, and maybe even check out a breastfeeding support group before your baby arrives. If you are uncomfortable with that idea, it would still be really beneficial for your partner to go, even if you don't feel like joining her. Babies who are breastfed are at a lower risk for ear infections, intestinal upsets, respiratory problems, allergies, dental problems, and their immune system will be much stronger. Breastfeeding also produces some hormones that foster a chemical connection between mom and baby, and it really helps mom recover from birth better. So please be supportive of breastfeeding. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. Show notes for this episode can be found at pregnancypodcast.com/week 33. Next week, your baby is getting to know the difference between night and day. And until then, I wish you the very best for your pregnancy journey. There are so many awesome resources available to you at pregnancypodcast.com, and you can sign up with your email address and your due date to get a weekly email with a link to the episode for your specific week every week in your inbox. I look forward to seeing you in the Pregnancy Podcast Facebook group, which is a great place not only to connect with some other parents-to-be, but also to be able to ask questions and get answers specific to things that you are dealing with and planning for your pregnancy and birth.